Namaste, welcome everyone. Happy Friday. Let's take the palms to rest on top of your lap. And as you sit, find length through the spine. And take a few breaths, breathing in through the nose and exhaling big through your mouth to allow for gravity to help you settle, with the opportunity to release the weight of your leg bones down to your support, to breathe also into your abdomen and pelvis, and let gravity also help you root, expand, and feel held. As you close your eyes gently, an opportunity to start bringing the attention from the outer world to the inner world of your own internal sounds, the sensations that may be arising as you sit tall, and the opportunity to bring the attention, the intention, and the gaze inward. This week I've been sharing about the concept of one of the sutras that talks about attachment. And this one in particular, it's referred to attachment to past experiences that in a way we got stuck with, and we unconsciously want to come back to them or repeat them. This sensation or this idea of this thing that happened in the past was so good that I want to make it happen again, or I want to return to the same thing again. And in the philosophy, we study that attachment in the long term brings suffering, because each experience that we live in our lives is different than any previous one. So the idea is to slowly and with compassion observe those moments where we perhaps are repeating cycles or situations or thoughts, and we are getting too attached to those. And with loving kindness, we can release them in gratitude, so we can be open to new and perhaps even more fulfilling experiences in the present moment. So today we'll start with a short meditation related to this. As you relax your face, let the breath be natural. And as your awareness stays in, let all the things that happen in the outer environment be there without distracting you as you settle down into yourself. Invite the body to stay soft. And as you settle in quieting the mind, acknowledge any past pleasurable experiences. Perhaps it's one that you are attached to, maybe it's something that just shows up. And notice how that memory feels in your body, how it perhaps affects the mind, the thoughts. And maybe how this memory is somewhere clinging in your heart. Maybe there's a feeling of nostalgia or desire. And also try to check if there's specifically a physical sensation that comes up. And give yourself a moment to acknowledge that. As you remember the pleasure of the past, acknowledge the goodness that was there for you. Be grateful for it. And then with deep gratitude, wherever you feel the memory in your body, try to soften that space. Invite that sensation to soften and release. And the practice is to try, instead of reliving this past pleasure in your mind, to just hold the thought of gratitude for it. And then, as if you're emptying a cup, allow the thought, the emotion, or the physical sensation to drain out, to release. And it releases into the vast well of gratitude. And you hold this cup empty now. You hold it gently and with reverence. And you remain receptive to the next, newer, possibly higher pleasurable experience to happen. You are now receptive to the resplendent pleasure of this moment, of the now. Then invite your palms to connect right in front of the heart center in the prayer position. Lift the heart center into your thumbs. Relax the shoulder blades down your back. And take a moment to set the intention for your practice. And remember that this practice invites us to listen to our bodies at all times. A way to stay connected to our center, to our truth, through the physical practice. Let's open with the Om sound, inhaling deeply through the nose. Big exhale. Then breathing in again. When you feel ready, head connects to the hands and the heart, the three together. We release the palms, lifting the head, opening the eyes. Welcome again, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Let's move into our practice. We are going into the mat. So if you have props around your mat or you were sitting on something, move it out. We're going to start from standing just for a moment. So come to the top of your mat. We're going to move and activate stuff to empty our cups. So from feet hip distance apart, and just checking onto your feet so they are really straight. See if you can press into the center of your heels, the base of your big toes and the base of your pinky toes. And notice how that action helps you lift the inner arches. So the more you press into the base of your big toes, and the more you activate that line from the big toes all the way to the pinkies, the more you'll feel that sensation of the center of your feet lifting up. That lifts a lot of energy into your legs, into your abdomen, and up into your heart. So we want to create that action at all times. From here, we are going to inhale, send the arms up overhead, Lace your fingers, and I want you to look at your fingers so you know which thumb went naturally first on top. And then you're going to turn your palms so you can press with your palms up towards the ceiling in case you cannot see my palms here. Pushing through the palms, we are opening the knuckles of our fingers. We are pressing through the index fingers up towards the skies. Extend through the arms. Draw the ribs in and down. Keep pushing through those 3 points in your feet to activate the whole body here. And then exhale, release. We're going to do this again, and you're going to switch the thumb that was on top. So again, we inhale, send the arms up. Check which thumb is going on top this time. So switch it to the second one. Press again through the palms, lengthen through the sides. Invite those shoulders to come up. Let them do what they need to do. Press through the base of your feet, lift through the inner arches, sacrum long, navel moving up to your nose. And then exhale and release. Beautiful. We go from here again. Inhaling, this time arms up, just touching the palms. Then with the exhale, we are going to bend the knees and fold. Inhaling halfway, we lengthen. Exhale, put your hands down and walk back to a plank. Inhaling your plank. With the exhale, you're going to move up towards the down dog, but we're going to walk all the way back. Good, from here, bend the knees. Inhale, come all the way up. You can keep your hands on your hips, and then we're going to do a funny walk. 1, 2, 3, until you get to the top of your mat. And we go back from the beginning. We are going to repeat this. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, walk back to plank. Inhaling in plank pose. Exhale to downward facing dog. Walk yourself back towards the back of your mat. Inhale, come all the way up. And we walk again all the way to the top, lifting those knees so we activate the hips as well. Nice, let's go again. I'm going to add little pieces. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling halfway. Exhaling, plank pose. Inhaling in plank. This time exhale, touch down with your knees. Inhale, reset your plank. And we go back to downward facing dog, walking ourselves back to the back of the mat. Inhale, come back up. Now we add the arms. 1, 2, 3, until you get to the top. Nice, let's go again. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, we fold. Inhaling half. Exhale to plank pose. Inhale in plank. Exhale, bend the knees. Inhale, return. Back to down dog. Walk yourself back. Hands to the hips if you want, all the way up, lengthen. And we walk to the top. Good, let's go again. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, Uttanasana. Inhaling, half. Exhaling, plank pose. This time I'm going to bend my elbows just a little. Then I'm pushing back up. All the way up to down dog. Walk yourself back. All the way to standing. And again, 1, 2, 3, until you get to the top. Let's go again. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, folding. Halfway. Back to plank. Chaturanga. Push back up. Back to down dog. Walk yourself back. All the way to standing. Can you feel the heat? And then all the way back to the front. One more. Inhaling, arms up. Exhale. halfway, back to plank, all the way down. This time we add a cobra pose. Exhale. See if you can push up. Back to down dog. Walk yourself back. Good. Inhaling, coming up. And we walk all the way to the top of the mat. We made it. Good. Super. Let's go changing this. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, folding. Halfway lengthening the spine, pressing to the base of your toes. Lift the inner arches, exhale, and this time we'll walk to downward facing dog. First down dog, check the position of your hands, spin your fingertips just a smidge towards the sides of your mat, pressing to the base of your thumbs. Push the hips up, lengthen through the sides, relax the neck and the head. If you need to keep your knees bent for this first one, well, we did a few, but if you need to keep the knees bent, keep the knees bent. Draw the ribs down, lift the navel up, push again through the mat, external rotation in your upper arm bones, and try to keep that pelvis neutral. If you're okay, lengthening through the center of your heels towards the earth, do so. Good, and then we'll take the knees down into the hands and knees position. Beautiful, you can untuck your toes. From here, we're going to inhale, taking the cow pose, arching the spine, shoulders back, exhaling cat. Again, inhaling, exhale. Two more, inhaling, exhale. One more, exhale. Good, back to center. Draw the abdomen in, push through the hands, lengthen through the crown of the head. Bring your right leg up and back, pushing through your right heel. Firm your hips into the midline of your pelvis. Toes are pointing down in that right foot. Extend the left arm in front and make those two limbs move away from each other as you lengthen the front spine. Inhale here. Exhale. One more. Good. Now we'll add 3 times that we extend when we inhale. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Re-extend and bring it down. Good. Shake it a little bit from side to side if you need. And we go into the second side. Left leg slowly comes up, pushing through the heel. Firm the hips into one another. Draw the belly up. When you're ready, right arm forward. Extend both sides away from each other. Send your right hip back. Good, and now we add 3. Inhaling where you are. Exhale, knee to elbow. Belly up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Re-extend. And we go down. Beautiful. From here, we move the knees a few inches behind the hips. Tuck your toes. Let's go up. Downward facing dog. Ribs in. Push the mat away. Good. Let's bring the feet a little closer to each other. Inhale your right leg up and back. Bring your right knee to the chest, into plank. Push the mat, lift the knee up to your nose. Re-extend, right leg up and back. Right foot comes forward, left knee comes down. Good. I want you to have one of your blocks close by. So catch one or a book. It works the same, okay? First, we are going to come up just where you are. Inhale, arms up overhead. Hook your thumbs. Extend through the arms first. And let the hips move forward a little, opening through the sides and the chest. Inhale here. Exhale. One more. Firm the hips in. Good. We come back to center. Release. Catch your block and you're going to hold it. I have it flat and I'm going to hold it behind my pelvis. Okay? And the only thing that I'm going to do here is to hold my block, bring the shoulder blades towards one another and push my block as far back as I can. It may not go super far, don't worry. This is a very good opening for the thoracic, so I'm just pushing my block back. Draw the navel up towards your nose. Inhale here. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Good. Exhale and release the block. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart center. Right elbow inside the right thigh. It's like a mistaken twist, so it's opposite than your usual. Right upper arm is pushing into the right thigh and the thigh into the arm. Keep the pelvis neutral, draw the belly up and twist to your left. Try to keep the right hip moving back, the inner thighs connected into one another. Back to center, inhaling. Exhaling, we go to downward facing dog. From down dog, we go to plank. Lower. Bring the fingertips right outside your mat. Roll the shoulders back. Cobra pose. Press the feet down on your mat. Exhale. Hands under the shoulders. Tuck your toes. Up we go, downward facing dog. Second side, inhaling, left leg up. Left knee, bring it to the chest, plank pose. Push the mat, bring the knee a little higher. Re-extend, left leg up. Left foot forward, right knee comes down. We come up. Nice. Inhale, arms up overhead, hook your thumbs. If you remember the opposite thumb, extend through the sides. Draw that zipper up from the navel to your nose. Shift the hips. Lift up and back. Good. We come back to center. Release the arms. Catch your block again. Same thing as before. I'm holding. Rolling the shoulders back. Blades towards one another. Push your block away. 2 breaths. Good. Then release. Inhale, arms up. Hands to the heart. Left elbow inside the left thigh. It's not the usual. Good. And then firm the hips in. Press that left upper arm into the leg, leg into the arm. And it's mostly belly and chest, creating that twist towards the right. See if you can keep sending your left hip back. One more breath. Back to center, inhaling. Exhaling to downward facing dog. Vinyasa optional if you want. Coming to the plank. Lower. Cobra pose. Exhale. Tucking the toes. We go up to downward facing dog. Take a deep inhalation here. You can exhale big through the mouth. 2 more breaths to reset. Good. Okay, let's go at it again. Right leg, inhale, send it up. Right knee to the chest, plank pose, lift that knee up to the nose. Inhale, send the right leg up. This time before we bring it back, bend the knee, opening that right knee towards the left. Level the shoulders and the belly in, sacrum in, ribs in. You can roll that right foot a few times, one way and the other. Good, re-extend, right leg up and back. Right foot forward. Good, let's take the left knee down again. And now I'm going to have another game here. Take your block, and this block now, flat as it is, I'm going to put it on top of my thigh, in between my thigh and my belly. You see, it's kind of like weird, but that's what we want to do. So belly, thigh, and I'm going to touch down with my fingertips, okay? Once I'm there, I'm going to extend my left leg. So I'm making the left leg straight. Of course, I'm holding that block between my belly and my thigh. I can feel it. And I'm pressing there, and I'm just touching with my fingertips for now. Firm the right hip towards the back of your room or towards the back of your mat. And then see if you can lift the arms. You're holding that block. Send that right hip back, tone the inner legs. Good job. Let's send the arms behind. One more breath. Lengthen through the spine. Good, it gets more interesting. I'm going to put my fingertips down and move my right foot a little bit back so I have a better grip for standing. And very slowly, I'm going to start lifting the left leg. I'm still, of course, holding my block on the right side. So firm the hips in, lift that left leg, let it fly. Just a little, it doesn't have to go far. Good, and keep the right knee bent, it's gonna help you. And now we're going to add the arms if we can. See if you can slowly take the arms back. Firm the hips in, shaking is normal. One more breath. Then release the hands, release the left leg, bring the left knee down, take that block back. Awesome, back to downward facing dog. We are going to use the same leg, right leg up and back, right foot forward. This time no block, squeeze the legs into one another. We go up. You should feel a lot more stability now because we worked a lot in the strengthen the legs and the hips. Pelvis is lifting up. Lengthen through the sides of your body. Bring the arms behind. Lace the fingers, roll the shoulders and extend the arms. Press into that big toe mound on the right foot. Good, arms up. Downward facing dog. Option again to take your vinyasa, plank pose. Lower. Cobra pose. Release. Downward facing dog. Good, 2 breaths here before we switch onto the second side. Good, let's go again. Left leg goes up. Left knee comes to the chest. Lift that knee to the nose. Push the floor away. Left leg goes up. Bend the left knee, opening that hip towards the right side. Good, push the mat away, level your hips, level your shoulders. Sacrum in, ribs in. And play a little bit with that left foot. Let it roll one way and the other. Good, re-extend, left leg up. Left foot forward. Right knee comes down. Our friend the block comes back again. Good. When you're ready, hold it. This time I'm going to put that block on top of my left thigh and try to hold it with my belly, okay? Good. Now that I'm there, I'm going to put my fingertips down and I'm going to lift my right knee. Good. Make sure you have the grip there between the belly and the thigh, and then firm the left hip, send it back towards the back of your mat. If your fingertips are not touching your mat, you can stay with the knee down, the right knee down, or you can add extra props so you can put those fingertips down, okay? Good. This block wants to fall. Good. Now from here, squeeze the inner thighs, lengthen through the heart forward, and then let's see if we can take the arms back. Keep sending that left hip towards the back of your mat. And then the arms forward. I don't have the space, I have the wall, but you can go there extending the arms. Keep sending that left hip back. Last breath. Good, and then slowly release the hands down again. Now I'm going to readjust my left foot a little closer so I have a better balance there. I'm going to keep holding my block, and then slowly I'm going to lift my right leg. And that right leg that it's lifting, I don't know if you can see, but I'm not taking it super high. I'm bending my left knee a little and I'm hugging the hips in. This works a lot of stability in your pelvis, okay? Instead of doing funky stuff with the hips. Good, from here you can relax the head if you want. Then we lengthen front spine. See if you can send your arms behind you. It's like a warrior 3. Firming through the base. Good, slowly coming down. Take the right foot down. Bring the right knee down. And we take that block to the side. Good, let's go from here, downward facing dog. Left leg goes up and back. Left foot comes forward. Squeeze the inner thigh, same as when you had the block. Firm that left hip back. When you're ready, lengthen the front spine. Crescent lunge. Bring the arms behind you. Lace the fingers, roll the shoulders back. Arms up overhead. And we go to down dog. Good, 2 options here. One vinyasa if you want it, or come to child's pose and rest. For the ones coming to the vinyasa, we are going to modify that cobra by sending the arms back, lacing the fingers, rolling the shoulders, extending a little more, opening up. One more breath. Exhale. Back to down dog. Good. Bring the knees down, child's pose. Send yourself to rest for a minute. If you were already resting there, it's all good. Good. I'll tell you when we resume the practice. So this is an opportunity to return with the attention to the breath. Bring a little bit of that stillness into the body, the breath, and the mind. A few more cycles. Good, and then slowly sit up for a moment. So back into your sitting bones, right? The sitting bones to heels. Bring the knees together. So like if you're now sitting with the legs really close. And we're going to modify or come into a different child's pose to also access our back. So in this one, we are going to bring the hands to the feet. Before you do that, actually make sure that when you come down, we are going to come down towards the child's pose, that your forehead touches down. If it doesn't, then you will need a block or a blanket or a pillow, okay? So I'm going to try and hold my feet and release my forehead there. Let the shoulders drop. Let the body naturally fall over the legs. Take 3 breaths like this, and I'll tell you when we change it. Breathing into the lumbars, the lower back, the kidneys, noticing the belly as it expands and narrows. Then we'll send the arms out to the sides like a T letter. You don't really need to look at me because it's just extending your arms to the sides and then stretching through the fingertips away from your body. And as you do that for another 3 breaths, bring the attention of the breath, the prana, the energy moving into the back of your heart. So we give ourselves space. And as we empty our cups and we release, more opportunities to bring energy into the places that perhaps we forget, that perhaps are stuck. And those experiences, those breaths, a new page each time, they may bring a higher experience or a more positive one. Let's finish this shape by bringing now the arms in front of you over the head towards the top of your mat with your fingertips also walking away from your body. Forehead is still supported. 3 more breaths. Feel the length in the sides. And then slowly walk your hands back towards the shape for the downward facing dog. Move the knees back. Let's lift up. 1 more time. We go up. Good. We start with the left side first. Inhale, left leg up and back. Left knee to the chest. Lift it up. Again, left leg up and back. Bend that left knee, opening again towards the right side. Level the shoulders for a moment. Draw the navel in, ribs in. Option here to go a little further. Let that left leg come over to the right and lift up into a back bend. Pushing into the feet, lifting through the inner arches. Then slowly returning, downward facing dog. Good. Then from down dog, look at your left hand. Send it a little bit closer to the left corner of your mat. So it's a little further forward than my right hand. Then I'm going to come to plank and roll over to the left. Right foot can be in front of your left leg. You can put your right hand onto the hip and lift the hips up, roll the shoulders back, spin the chest up to the ceiling. Good. Option to send the right arm up. Keep lifting through the hips, sacrum in. Option to take that right leg next to the left and lift into the side plank. 1 more breath. Lift the hips, sacrum in, glutes active. Good. Back to plank. Push back, downward facing dog. Stay there. Good. We switch sides. Right leg goes up. Inhaling. Exhale, knee to nose. Push the mat, lift. A lot of abdomen core there. Inhale. Bend the right knee. We open again. Those hips towards the left this time. Level the shoulders. Bring the ribs in, navel in. You can stay here. No need to go further. Or flip that dog over and we go into that wheel pose or semi-wheel pose. Sacrum in, lift the hips. Back to downward facing dog. Good, from down dog, now look at your right hand, send it towards the right corner of your mat, just like 1 inch, not even, maybe half. Good, then we come to plank. Roll over to the right side, lift through the hips, put the left foot in front, lift the hips again, squeeze the glutes in, spin the chest up, option to send the left arm up, and then the left leg on top of the right. Leaning back a little, lengthen through the sacrum. Good, back to plank, back to down dog. Beautiful, let's bring the knees down. Sit back for a moment. Take a deep breath in. And exhale. One more here. Good. Then slowly we'll bring the legs in front. Shake them a little. I'm going to face you. Good. And from here we are going to cross the shins. Doesn't matter which one, we'll switch it after. If you need support underneath, add it. And then we sit tall. I'm going to mirror you so we go together from here. I'm going to bring left hand to right knee. From there, lift the spine. And your right arm, we are going to send it in front, inhaling. And then with the exhale, we take that arm back. I have my wall to help me, so you can see how I'm walking my hand towards the left side to open a little bit more, okay? But if you don't have a wall, you just extend the arm behind you, okay? Good, from here I'm still lifting through the spine, rolling the shoulders down, sending the blade, the right shoulder blade in towards the back of my chest. The wall is an extremely good prop, or any piece of furniture that you have, because my hand is pressing into, right? So I'm fighting the wall, and it gives me a big stretch in that upper side, in the shoulder joint and the thoracic. So if you have maybe a dresser close by or the back of a sofa, you can use that. Good, then we slowly release that, bringing the arms back to center. Take a deep inhalation. We don't switch the legs yet. And exhale. Good, before we switch sides, inhale, arms up overhead. Nice, and then exhale and fold over the legs. 3 breaths. Then slowly lifting back up. Beautiful. Let's switch now. The leg that was in front, bring it in. Sitting tall, one more time. Now the right hand will go to the left knee. First, sit tall there. Create that lift in the central axis in your body. We are going to be moving towards the left side. First, I'm going to inhale that left arm up. Exhale, bring it back behind you. I'm going to use my prop to walk my hand back, lifting through the spine, trying to keep my hips firm into one another. And it's mostly my stomach and my chest moving opposite, right? Opposite way. So I'm going towards the left this time. Relaxing the shoulders if possible. My chin is off the chest, softening the skin in the face. This shape that I'm showing with my hand pushing the wall, you can do it at home standing, just bringing an arm like I'm doing behind you. And let's say if you were standing facing that way, your arm behind, this is a really nice opener for the chest, and it also creates strength in the upper back. So it's a very simple thing, and everybody has a wall at home, so you can do it when you need. It's good also to release neck pain. One last breath. Then we slowly release. We bring that arm back. Good, and let's fold again. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, we fold. Slowly walk yourself back. Beautiful. Let's extend the legs, shaking a little. Good. And now we're going to come onto our backs. Give yourself a moment to land onto your mat again, supine. Good. Let's put the right foot on top of the left thigh for a moment. Right arm threading inside the legs. Bring the knees towards the chest. Relaxing the shoulders, the back of your skull. Good. We are going to release that, and with the same leg, I'm going to make a basket with my fingertips, with my fingers behind the right thigh, and I'm going to press the thigh into the hands, extending the left leg, and then I'm going to send the right leg up. So my right quad, the front of the leg, is pressing into the hands. I'm trying to also contract the kneecap up. So I'm extending that leg from the inner and outer lines, right, of the leg. And that will open your lower back as well. One more breath here. Good. Then bring that right knee into the chest. Hug it in for a moment. I'm going to make a little bit of extra space for me. Good, and from here I'm going to open my right arm to the side and bring that right knee to the left. I'm using still my left hand to hold that knee over to the other side. And usually when I do the twist, then I wiggle a little bit my upper back so both my shoulders can drop into earth. Don't go extremely far. If your lower back is sensitive or you have stuff going on, you can go just halfway and pad your right leg. Chin can come to the right for one more breath. Good, and then we slowly return, hug that right knee in, and then extend right leg next to the left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release. Good, let's go with the second side for this whole sequence. Bend both knees, put the left foot on top of your right thigh, then bring the knees in, left arm threads inside, catching your right leg wherever it is easy for you to catch it. Hug the knees in. One more breath. Good, then we'll release that. Right foot stays down for a moment so I can lace the fingers behind the left thigh. Push the thigh into your hands first. Extend the right leg, make it long and heavy. And then from there, extending the left leg up. Slowly make that knee come back towards your chest. And then with the right hand, I'm going to bring the knee over to the right. If you need to reset your hips a little bit to the left, do so. And then left arm out to the side, or it can also be overhead if you don't have the space. Chin to the left. Relaxing the shoulders. Then slowly returning back to center. Good. Release the arms. Hug the left knee in again. And release both legs one next to the other. Shake them a little. Good. Here we are at the time where we either take a block to send the legs up the wall, like quote unquote, like if the legs were supported by a wall. So legs up with a block supporting the pelvis right under the sacrum. Or I have a walls really close. So the other version is to bring your legs up. My sitting bones are coming as close to the wall as I can. And then I'm releasing either the arms into the cactus shape or the arms to the sides. And you can rest here for the remainder of the practice. If you are using the block, if you don't have space at a wall and you're using the block, I'm going to tell you when to come down and move towards Savasana. So in this shape, we bring an opportunity to open up the chest, wiggle the shoulders away from your ears, and the shoulder blades come closer to each other. If you have a practice of shoulder stand, and you have the props and the necessary things, and you feel confident that you can do that, of course, these shapes that I'm offering are in a way replacing a shoulder stand. But because that one is a little bit more advanced and intense, you should be careful as you do them and make sure that you can hold it, okay? So either or. We take 3 more breaths. Trying to keep those legs perpendicular to the floor for the ones that I see that they are in the air without support. So the sacrum should be landed on your prop, okay? So the pelvis is completely supported. Beautiful. Okay, if your legs are in the air supported by a block, then slowly bend your knees and you can bring them down, the feet or the knees first to your chest, feet down, and then you take the block out to the side. I highly recommend that if you are staying at a wall and you can keep the legs there, it's extremely restorative to take the last portion of the practice like that, but it's your choice. So then you choose if you want to stay at a wall. This is an option only if you have the legs supported, right? Because if not, it's too much to keep the legs in the air for the Shavasana time. And if not, come to supine, find your props, your things, and as you come to your mat again, for the ones returning, maybe you feel like you need to hug the knees and rock a little bit from side to side or take a happy baby pose before releasing the whole body into rest. We are moving towards the end of our practice, and we are called to surrender, to release control, and to benefit from stillness as it helps us integrate the whole practice into our physical body, our thoughts, the energy within us, the emotions, all the way into our soul.
Receive a deep inhalation through the nose. Let it all go, release through the mouth. No rush. Take a moment there to return to your body and the room you are in. Keep your face soft, your eyes kind and gentle. When it feels appropriate, slowly invite fingers to wiggle, toes to move, maybe ankles or feet moving from side to side. Slow movement of the head to the right and left, maybe chin to one side and the other. Then rolling wrist, perhaps just ideas to give you to very gradually add reanimation and activation of your body again. Try to keep this state of calm and fluid breath as you move a little bit more each time, bending the knees whenever you feel ready to do so, rolling over to one side, and pressing firmly with your hands or forearms to push up when ready, trying to make your head be the last thing that comes up, and then finding a seat. Sitting tall, bring your palms together, rub them just for a few moments to create heat between them. And then bring the right palm on top of your heart, then the left palm on top of the right palm for a moment. Feel that connection, the warmth into your center. Lengthening from the bottom up, softening the shoulders. We always have an opportunity through this physical practice to dive deeper, to clear and empty our cups from the thoughts, emotions, memories, worries that weigh us down. The more we practice weighing less, right? Taking all of these things, releasing them, the lighter we feel,
the brighter we feel, the more we move to freedom and truth. Let's bring the palm together in gratitude in front of the heart. And if you choose to join me, we'll close with the Om sound, inhaling through the nose, big exhale, then breathing in again. Om. Namaste.